Okay. I don't think Jax would mention anything as long as he saw everybody here was here and nobody was missing.
Everybody's there. Okay. So you guys all wake up without, wake up refreshed and ready to keep moving on your journey. You all are. Let me move.
Just for flair.
Yeah.
As like everybody starts waking up and like we're not exactly ready to go, Garrick's gonna ask Alana to help him like understand how to use daggers instead of the tonfas. Maybe like a stance or something like that maybe she takes. Not trying to gain anything, just kind of character RP wise.
Sure. I mostly favor my rapier, but be more than happy to show you how my daggers and whatnot.
You guys spend a little time as you're waking up, just sort of, like practice sparring and stuff, and just get him a little bit more familiar with the use of the daggers, as opposed to the batons.
Yeah, we got 1,000 gold for that.
I do remember checking Zarn's leg because there was something in the room about his leg being gone. So I was moving his leg to make sure.
Yes.
It was
his
still
leg
attached
is
and real.
Intact and still attached.
I forgot about that.
You didn't cut it off in your sleep, right?
I feel like that would
I just remembered that.
Yes, that is how I remember waking up. Oh, what's happening?
Jax is just poking at the leg, like, what the? Okay. Alright, just a
Jax, stop poking me.
So you guys at the moment are about a day or two's ride east of Tarvelton, which is the small town on the first small town on the way to Moriand.
Who's got the coconuts?
Is there anything you all would like to do in this small town? Bree, you in particular know of Tarvelton. It's about a day's ride or so northwest of Andamith.
What's it called? Tarvelton?
Tarvelton.
I'm very familiar with it. I totally know the name of it.
It's if you're looking at the screen, it's this one.
There we go. Oh yes, totally familiar with this place.
Yes. You've never been there, but you've heard of it, like you know it exists. It's a standard small town. There's nothing real special about it, but when you know that you're close to home, as it were. Anything that anyone would like to do while in Tarvelton?
I guess could I do an investigation check to see if anyone's heard anything about Cinder, the bounty hunter?
Sure. Go ahead and roll investigation for me. You can't really find anyone who seems to be familiar with that name.
Okay.
You're not sure if that's because Cinder hasn't been around, if that's because people... Like, this is a pretty sleepy town. Not the kind of place to see a whole lot of bounty hunter types, or at least not folks that advertise themselves as such. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
Anything else? No?
That's it for me.
Cool. You guys spend the night in an inn. No big deal. Get some food, couple drinks. BD. Make your way...
Every night, Garrick is going... He really wants to get down the daggers. Every night he's going to find some place to just kind of like practice with them. You know? Learning. Nothing special.
Alana's doing a handstand as you do so, just because.
Garrett cuts himself on his dagger because he gets distracted.
Axe is trying to wonder how they stay like that.
How do you do that?
Okay. He takes 3 damage.
Yeah, then he goes to bed and it's fine.
Yeah, I know. I'm just for flair. Why not, right?
Zarn, I did put the trident stats in your weapon box.
Yes, I did see that.
Okay.
Now, do I know if it's complete, or can I...
That's done. You know what it is at this point.
Yes!
Oh, no, sorry, you mean the magic item?
Yes.
You know that it's incomplete? Sorry, I thought you meant the stat block. The stat block is full.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought I meant, like, do I know whether or not it's actually working?
No, you don't.
I haven't tried it.
In order to do that, you would have to find someone, or someone in the party would have to cast an identify spell, basically.
I thought you were gonna say stab somebody. I was like, Dax will do it.
With Zarn's trident, that's not going to help.
Poke.
You can also experiment if you would like.
That's what Mel was doing. That's what Alana was doing to test it out, and that's how she found out the damn cloak of mana ray didn't work. She didn't turn into a flying sea pancake.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Hashtag sea pancake.
Hashtag sea pancake. Yeah, so... cool. So then you guys get a good night's sleep in Tarleton. If anyone wants to, say, on the road, test out any of their magic items, if they can, see what happens, etc., just let me know, and we can make it happen. You guys continue along the main road, traveling in a northeasterly direction towards where you know Moriand is. And in about a day and a half's time, you come upon the small town of Turin. There is a ferry across the Andean River from Turin to Galitaia.
Are there any fish in the water?
You can check.
I want
So yeah,
I
you guys
test out my trident.
It's a pretty small town. There's mostly farmlands with a sort of a small. It's a bit of a port district. You get the impression that there's a little bit of traffic from upriver, but not a ton. And then there is a ferry, just a ferry dock, and
Like a ferry?
Like a ferry, yes. A few people that have just taken it upon themselves basically to open up what seems to be pretty well, it does well for itself, a business that runs a ferry from Turin to Galitaia, and it appears, so far as you can tell, to be the only way across.
I'd like to test out my trident
Okay.
in the water.
Let me remind myself how exactly that works. Let me open up the item real quick.
I kind of want Garrick to try out the cloak, but then Alana has said many times that the cloak doesn't work, so he's just not even going to try.
Yep.
It might like you better than it likes me.
Okay. So you're just gonna go try to find, wade into the water and try to find a fish?
Yes.
Okay. You wade into the river. And there are a few schools of just small fish, nothing that appears too dangerous or particularly threatening nearby, I suppose. So you're going to go ahead and use the ability on the spear, or on the trident?
Yes. Dominate beast.
Let me remember what the friggin' roll that is.
Save says DC 15.
Right, I know. I need to remember what the skill is, what the ability.
Wisdom?
It is here.
No, maybe it's wisdom. Okay.
I'm just gonna
Oh, it's
throw
a
it out
fucking
there.
fish.
I'm so happy I got here in time for this.
Yes. Hop into the roll 20, yo.
In
I'm already on
time.
it.
Good. Well done. Well done. Okay. Oh, hey. The fish rolled a natural 19.
Wow.
Wow.
So you sort of point your trident at just one of these small fish in the river and concentrate, and you see it turn in the water, and it seems to look up at you, and then it swims forward and immediately begins attempting to bite your shin.
Ow! Ooh. What kind of it's like a little stab it.
You have like a goldfish-sized fish spear on the end of your trident.
But I feel bad, so I cast Spare the Dying on it and put it back in the water.
Okay.
That's dinner.
Could have
It's
been
not
dinner.
dinner for anybody. That's much too small to be dinner.
Yeah,
Might be
so
dinner for Fluffernutter, maybe.
Ooh. Nah. I don't want to spoil it.
So yes, you get the impression, based on that particular experiment, that say if your spell were to fail, it might anger the target pretty significantly.
Gotcha.
How deep is the river?
It gets like it's deep and it's wide. Like this is not like a stream. This is like a river. Like, you can't see the other side river.
Oh, okay. Garrick's going to take off all his gear and his leather top to keep the pants and the boots on, strap the cloak around his neck, wade into the water, and then just dive and go for a swim.
Be careful.
You were in the cloak.
Yeah.
Okay. You dive into the water. The cloak is awful wet and kind of heavy. It makes it tough to swim.
Should I make a strength check?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You were careful and didn't dive into someplace stupid where it would carry you away.
So nothing happens.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically just nothing happens.
And while Garrick
go
and
ahead and-
Zarn are playing around in the water, can I cast Identify on my ring?
Yes, you may. Zarn, go ahead. You're doing that just on another thingamajig.
Yes.
That's a natural one.
Yes.
Garrick, as you dive into the water and attempt to swim about, one of the little fish comes up and starts trying to bite at you.
You got slightly mauled by a
How
tiny
big?
fish.
How big is the fish?
It's like tiny. It's like goldfish sized. It's not actually going to hurt you.
Garrick grabs the fish, and then as he walks out of the water, he takes the fish and throws it at Zarn.
Zarn, by the way, is like if this is the water level, he's like right here. Just giggling.
Like a scene of Platoon.
All right, you want to play it
Yes,
that
I
way?
will.
Okay, we'll play it that way. Give me a second.
Okay. So you're casting Identify on what item, Bree?
On the ring of water walking, and I'm gonna do
Okay.
it as a ritual, so I don't use a spell.
So you're doing it as a ritual. Okay, so you're going to sit there and concentrate on it. That's fine. Bree, as you sit there and concentrate on the ring, you can tell that this ring does have power. It would allow you to, in fact, do what it says, but perhaps only for a brief amount of time, a number of seconds, not too long. In mechanical terms, you can use the ring of water walking for 2 rounds, and then you'll fall through the water.
Okay. That's like 12 seconds, right?
Yes, it is. And I'm adding these things that you guys are discovering to the items that you have.
Hey, Bree, while you're sitting there identifying things, can you take a look at these?
Sure. What are you giving me?
My eyes of minute seeing.
Eyes. Gross. Ew.
So he hands you a pair of spectacles with
look like this.
faceted crystal lenses.
They're pretty fucking rad, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
they're pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, I really like that picture I found.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
Wow, that is
I'm really
epic.
pumped for this
That is
picture.
cool.
I just want everyone to imagine Norn right now. He's like wearing those like above his eyes with an orange top hat, a feather cloak, and wielding a mildly glowing longsword.
Did he get the top hat back?
Oh no, he didn't. Never mind. He doesn't have a top hat anymore.
No,
You know who he kind of
I'm
reminds me of?
investing in like. I can't decide between beret and chef's hat. It's something in between the two.
He reminds
That
me
hat
of
would be
the,
pretty awesome.
he reminds me
No.
of Collector from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
Little
that's
bit.
accurate.
Brady,
that,
you
or
sit
maybe,
there and
like-
concentrate on BV's items. You on his goggles. You determine that they don't seem to have any power at the moment. They won't actually do anything.
These don't do anything.
Oh, that was a
There-
perfect
there is-
opportunity.
you can tell that an enchantment has like there are parts of an enchantment done on it, but it's not complete enough to have any use.
Need to go get them fixed.